Hello travellers, so today we're going to be taking a look at this here from Nitecore, which is a new sling they're doing called the SLB05. I did look at some previous ones, you can click the link in the top to see those ones, but I just want to show you what I packed in this one and my thoughts. So as you see on that little slide on the left, this was sponsored, so that means that it was sent to me by Nitecore, but they didn't pay for this review or give me any other monetary compensation or see the review beforehand. And you can click the link in the description to see more details about what those icons on the side mean. So this one here is listed as 2 liters in carry capacity, and it's actually kind of similar in the size and dimensions as this new one from Bellroy, which incidentally is called the LightSling Mini 4 liters. This one does have a little bit more expansion, as you can see on the side, whereas this one I'll show you in a minute doesn't have quite the same expansion capabilities. It's kind of a fairly rectangular and set sort of shape. This sling here from Bellroy is the Venture Sling 2.5 liters, so this has sort of a similar capacity of carry as this one, and I'll just show you what I've been carrying in this one and how it also fits in this one. Before I do that, it does have this nice Velcro area here where you can attach custom ones. I have this cat eye patch here that I like to stick on there for a bit of personality, and around the back you'll see it has MOLLE web strapping, and it has these interesting attachment points which you can move around to different points, but these kind of lock, and they are designed, as you can see on the screen now, to attach to a backpack with MOLLE web strapping, and they are kind of a quick release system and very interesting implementation of that, so you can add this to backpacks quite quickly and easily using that system. Another interesting feature on this particular bag is that it has these removable carry handle, so it's not actually attached, you just thread it through there and then it is actually held on by the little loop of fabric there. So very interesting design there as well. So it's quite a customizable and modular design, and I'll show you what's inside, but just before we do that I want to show you these front buckles. So it does have a flap here and 2 pockets, and then a zippered compartment with 2 more pockets inside. The actual capacity inside is, not a huge amount. The back panel here is also like a felt material, so I guess that means you could stick Velcro patches or Velcro pockets to that or other accessories, but it also helps keep it nice, so you don't scratch things in there like an iPad, for example. So one thing I will mention about these clips on the front is that it's kind of annoying to have to keep buckling and unbuckling every time you want to get something inside. You could of course just leave it hanging, but then it's a bit messy and you have these flapping around. But the other thing I noticed is that when you do clip them on like this, you're going to kind of cinch them down so that they're nice and tight like that, so the flap doesn't rattle around. But then when you unbuckle them, because the buckle is on its own and there's nothing holding it, it does tend to loosen like that, so it then ends up being at the loosest adjustment, so then you have to re-cinch it down when you clip it, and so that can be a little bit annoying. But other than that, they do work quite well. So now let me just show you quickly what I would typically carry in here, and it's pretty much the same as what I have been carrying in this sling. So I would be always carrying wet wipes, very handy for all kinds of situations, and they fit very nicely just down the back in the main compartment. And of course I would be carrying my sunglasses with a felt cleaner. Now occasionally I put these ones in this pocket on the front, but they do hang out a little bit, but because of the flap, it's not too bad. But if too much extra stuff is in this pocket, it can bulge out a bit, and then it become a bit unwieldy with the clip, as you can see there. So then I would also be carrying my wallet, which again I sometimes put in the front pocket here, and that again can become a bit bulky, but it is something you can do. And then I'll be putting a power bank, maybe hand sanitizer, and of course the Hero clip, and a couple of other things I like to carry is like a mini umbrella, and then this little packable day pack, which is a 10 litre for Claas, the 10 litre Arpanaz from Ketcher, I believe it is. It's a little packable day, but very handy. So let me just see if I can fit all of these things in. So this here, the umbrella, I would put that down the back. There's a little bit of space on this inside pocket for the water bottle. Probably put the power bank there, and maybe the Hero clip down that portion. So that is pretty well packed, and there is a zip on the top. Just zip that up. And now you can see that, as I was mentioning before, the front pockets tend to look quite bulged out when you do pack the inside fully packed. But since it is a flat top, you should be able to clip that down without too much trouble. But then you can see that there is a little bit of overhang here as it gets more fully packed. But overall, that being packed like this is quite, it's not too over full, although you might not want to put 2 layers on those front pockets. But I have found that this particular pack out has been quite nice, and it's not too heavy to carry. And overall, yeah, it's quite a nice sling bag. The versatility of it being able to have these detachable buckles and being able to attach it to bags and so forth does make it a very interesting option, especially if you like that kind of outdoors and Molly Web strapping kind of bag design. A couple of things you can carry in here. Obviously you could carry something totally different, or carry other things, but I've found that this is generally what I carry on the sort of EDC carry, and it's been very handy for carrying those items. Feels very comfortable to wear, and overall it's quite a nice bag.